Goat sandwich.
One day, I was sitting all alone in my bedroom, and I was just wondering about how great it would be to have a chicken sandwich right now. The day appeared to be the most normal it can be. Me just sitting in my room playing Minecraft while I was wearing my favorite SpongeBob underwear and eating a jar of peanut butter with a spatula. The day was perfect, but suddenly, a goat wearing zebra print underwear comes charging at me. Fear struck me like a lightning bolt, and I didn't know what to do, so I just ran like Usain Bolt and jumped out the window. Once I got outside, the goat slowly approached me and started talking. Yes, it can talk. When it spoke, it almost felt comforting, like a grandpa telling you an autistic story from the 1940s.
You don't have to be afraid. I'm just here to warn you about the evil heading your way.
I was very confused, so I asked him what he was talking about, and he said,
There is an army of French-snorting, mayonnaise-sucking, cum-sock-wielding monkeys heading our way, and we need to be prepared to fight them.
I was scared out of my life.
I forgot to mention, the leader is the worst of them all. It's Riley's ex-girlfriend.
Those words he spoke that reached into my ears and tickled my eardrums. They struck more fear into me than being told we have diabetes and cancer. We had to prepare ourselves as quick as possible, so we ran to grab whatever we could find to defend ourselves. I grabbed a banana. The goat grabbed a single grenade. The goat said he could see them in the distance, so we started to charge towards them, and I heated my banana vigorously at one of the monkey's heads. He fell over, and then suddenly I was swarmed, and they started licking me as Riley's ex-girlfriend just stared intently at them as they did. With all my strength, I threw them off and charged for the leader, hoping that if I took their leader out, they would give up. It immediately pointed its bald head at me, and I was blinded by an intense light coming off her perfectly shaved head. So I grabbed one of the cum socks and swung it at her. Over and over and over, again and again and again, I hit her with the cum sock, swinging it around. She jumped back quickly and charged at me, swinging one of her saggy titties. She smacked me back and forth until suddenly the goat trampled her, and then bit hold of the saggy tit and ran into the woods as the bald creature was screaming in agony. The ranch-snorting, mayonnaise-sucking, cum-sock-wielding monkeys realized they no longer had a leader, so they started to flee, thankfully. I quickly ran to see if the goat was alive, and I turned the corner and saw, in horror, the goat's underwear were laying on the ground, but the goat was nowhere to be seen. So I decided that was enough for today, not questioning anything that just happened. So I walked back into my house, looked in the fridge and found my leftover chicken sandwich and ate it. I realized it tasted kind of funny, so I opened it. I see a goat's foot in it. I quickly run to the bathroom to puke it out, go back to the kitchen and grab my actual chicken sandwich. I take a bite into it. Then all of a sudden the goat came running in my house screaming in agony. I quickly looked at him, looked back at the sandwich. I opened up the sandwich and saw a leg. I looked back at the goat, his leg is gone. I looked back at the sandwich and say, hey, that was pretty good. So we ran into the bathroom to figure out how we were going to fix him up, and then I realized something terrible. The goat was a bit bigger than before, its skin looked saggy too. I take a closer look. I take another closer look, and even closer. I then realized that there's an imposter among us. He was sus. I rip the skin off and I see Riley's ex-girlfriend, furious. I grab her by the vagina and I throw her into the oven in the kitchen. I lock her in there as she screams and I cook her. 2 hours pass. I realize I fell asleep. Nutsacks! I forget I was cooking a bald girl.